Good morning, children. Welcome to the class. Today we will be discussing about first lesson in second paper, children. Okay. So before going into the lesson, I want to tell you one thing is, till now you have learnt about only India, related to India, how India was under the British and all. But now you are going to learn about European history, children. World history is different and European history is different, which is very much new to you. New words, new concepts, new things are there. Okay, so before entering, I want you to give a just briefing about Europe. How Europe was. Now you have done your Europe map in 6th class, in 7th class and all, and you have done in just map pointing and all. That is all different, children, because Europe was being ruled by different kingdoms. Okay, and moreover, in this lesson you will be learning first and foremost thing, certain concepts are there which you have to know what they are. Okay, like industrialization, you all know, you heard a lot about industrialization, because industrialization is nothing but setting up of industries. Okay, so not only that, while establishing industries, they wanted raw materials. Okay, so for raw materials, what happened, and you all know that Europe is the first continent where industrialization started, and moreover Britain is considered as a workshop of the world, because industrialization first started in the country of Britain. Okay, and what happened, they wanted raw materials, and also after bringing the raw materials, after producing the goods, they wanted markets to sell the goods what they have prepared or manufactured. Understood? So for this, what happened, they wanted to go, and the kings, they sent their people to set on sale, to go to different places, explore new places and find out about the resources available there. Okay, they started sending those people who are enthusiastic in sailing, going on a voyage, going on the sea, exploring new places, okay, discovering them. So like that, what happened, they started giving lot of money, people also to them, and in the process we have the discovery of America. Okay, America was a continent which was not known to the world. Okay, what happened, it was Columbus who discovered America, but it is called as America after the name of a person called Amerigo Vespucci. Understood? I want you to note down all these points, children. Okay, so what happened now, why is it called as America after Amerigo Vespucci means, there is a long drawn story, children. You imagine the world map, okay, and you all know that Europe and Asia are connected by land. So near Black Sea, we have a kingdom called Turkey. A country is there called Turkey. Okay, and the kingdom which was ruled by them was called as, the people were called as Turks. And you have the Byzantine Empire, children. You have Byzantine Empire, and then you have Ottoman Turks. All these kingdoms were there. So nothing is given in your textbooks, but out of curiosity I am telling you all, because first and foremost thing, you should know why people wanted to find a sea route to India. So for that, the main reason is this, what I am going to tell you now. So what happened, Turks captured a place called Constantinople. Understood? Constantinople in 1453. Understood? So what happened, until then there was a land route from Asia to other European countries. Understood? But what happened, Asian countries mostly. So what happened, when these Turks captured, they didn't allow the people to go. Okay, they stopped the way, they blocked the way. So there was a necessity for the European countries to find another way to India and other countries, other Asian countries, for trade. Okay, so what happened, there was no other way except a sea route. So these European kings, what did they do, they started sending their people to find out. In the process, when Columbus was sent, he started coming down the coast of, he thought that he is coming down the coast of Africa, but a strong storm has driven away him from the coast. And that is how when he saw the people who were red in color, that is West Indies, he thought he came to India. That is why everyone says, and it is worldwide famous, that Columbus discovered America. But later, after few years, it was Amerigo Vespucci, a person who proved to the world that whatever Columbus said that he discovered India is not India, but a new place which is not known to the world. That is how American continent was known to the world. Okay children, so like this what happened is, various places, even Africa, it was called as a dark continent. People did not go beyond Sahara Desert. We all know that northern part of Africa is covered with Sahara Desert, the biggest desert in the world. Okay, so what happened? They started going from Mediterranean Sea, by crossing Mediterranean Sea, because Mediterranean Sea is in between Africa and Europe. South of Europe and north of Africa, you have Mediterranean Sea. So when people started crossing the Mediterranean Sea and entered the African continent, they saw only the desert. And most of the time, people who went into the desert, due to extreme climatic conditions, didn't turn back. So they used to feel that if anyone goes, they will not come back. Later, it was two Britishers, Henry Stanley and David Livingstone. They wanted to see the end of the desert. And after they crossed the desert, they saw a huge big continent with full of mineral resources. Then what happened? When they came back, when it was known to the world that Africa is a huge big continent full of resources, all the European countries started occupying Africa, made it into colonies. Okay, so here we need to know first what is industrialization, what is imperialism, what is colonialism, okay, what is colonization. Colonialism and colonization are almost same. Not even almost, it is same, because making other countries as colonies is called colonialism or colonization. Understood? That is a reason for imperialism. What is imperialism? Imperialism is again almost same. Making other countries as colonies for raw materials and markets. For this, what is the cause? Industrialization is a cause. Because they have set up industries, they don't have raw materials, so they wanted new places where they can get raw materials. Understood? So these three are linked up. So in the process, people started going to other countries in search of new markets. Clear? So now this lesson is about democratic and nationalist revolutions, 17th, 18th and 19th centuries. Okay, I'll just be giving you a brief introduction about the modern world. That is what I am telling you all now, till now. And here in this lesson, anyhow, I'll be keeping the pages for you and you all can go through them. And here they have given activities and a map is given. You all go through that. Okay, children? There is nothing as such we have to discuss more about this introduction of the lesson, because we can go straight away into the revolutions. Why I am saying revolutions means, in this lesson you will be learning about different revolutions, children. See here, this picture is given, you all can read, and later you have about, in the next page you have certain words like revolution. Now what is a revolution? Revolution is something, definitions are given, you can underline. You heard of industrial revolution, means a drastic change brought in the existing pattern is called revolution, for which you either take out revolt or you protest. Understood? That is revolution. And then you have a democratic revolution also. Now industrial revolution means setting up of industries. A trend like thing where more number of industries are being set up. So what is the change? people are given employment in industries. Okay, now you have democratic revolution. Democratic revolution means that I already told you all that the European countries were under foreign rule, or they were being occupied, or kings were there. Yes or no? So democratic revolution means fighting. There are two types, children. One is fighting against the colonial master. Colonial master means almost all the European countries had colonies all over the world. Okay, and Britain is the country which is more powerful and had more number of colonies than any other countries. Almost 50 countries were made as colonies by Britain, and now they are all called as Commonwealth countries. We have Commonwealth Games. You heard of it? Like that. So here what happened, democratic revolution means the countries which were under foreign rule fought for the freedom. Either it can be India or any country in the world. Understood? Those which were under foreign rule wanted, either they took out revolutions, or supposing kingship was there, they revolted against the kingship. Revolutionary activists were there, formed into groups, and the kingship was removed and democratic government was established. So that is democratic revolution. Okay, and then you have scientific revolution. Scientific revolution is that where you have two different types, children. That is, earlier scientifically you have so many researches being done, and you are using the new scientific methods. Understood? In this scientific methods, what is happening? You are able to make faster things, produce faster, like industries. By the use of machines, what is happening? What is industrialization? Nothing but with the help of machinery, you are increasing the production. Understood? Where without industries and machines, you were doing very less work. For so many days you have to do. But that work is being done within no time with the help of machines in industries. So that is scientific revolution. I am just telling you in simple words, children, so that you will be able to understand. And then you have colonization. I already told you all. Now in the early modern period and all, I'll tell you one thing. There was a lot of effect of religion, children, because in the European countries you had church, and this church was mostly in Christianity. Also you have two types, children, Protestants and Catholics. So all the Christians in the world who were Catholics had to depend upon, or had to rely upon, the Roman Catholic Church, where you had the head as the Pope. Understood? So what happened earlier, when people were not literate, and there were certain people called who were the religious heads, called clergy. Okay, so what did they do? They started misusing the faith what people had in religion. Okay, they started telling about something else which was not there in Bible, and those people who had to live a pious life, that is a simple life, they started accumulating wealth. Okay, and donga baba lagunta. So like that. So what happened? Here they started interfering into the religious, into the administrative matters also. So some of the people who were fed up with this, they went away to America and settled there. America didn't have natives. All the Europeans went and settled there. So they started having their own Anglican church and all. So once America started developing itself, the people started taking into industries, manufacture processes and agriculture. Then what happened? Britain started showing its control over America. Okay, and even England, it was called, Great Britain was called as England in those days, because the king was powerful. Even now the kingship is there, but still now the power of the king and queen is less as compared to earlier. So different dynasties used to rule over England. Okay, and some of them were not at all, the people were not happy with them, and they wanted to have a change in the kingship. Okay, so like that you will be learning about, first introduction part you read, children, today. Tomorrow I will be explaining you about American Revolution, English Revolution and French Revolution. So these three are important revolutions which took place in the world. Okay, later The fourth one, first one you have English Revolution, which is also called as Glorious Revolution or Bloodless Revolution. Bloodless means a war was not fought, a single drop of blood was not fallen. So without any violence, there was a change in the government or kingship. That is called as Glorious or Bloodless Revolution. And then second one is American Revolution. The Americans were fed up with the control of Britain over them. So they fought for independence. Okay, so in 1688 you had English Revolution, 1783 you had American Revolution, 1789 you have French Revolution. Okay children, so we will be discussing them in detail. You read this, and English Revolution is very short children. I told you it is just because of without the loss of blood there was a change in the government. So that is related to Stuart dynasty. So we will just read tomorrow. It is just nothing but change in the government. But American Revolution, as I told you all, it was all about the control of Britain over America. So they wanted to get rid of the English. So they fought a war with Britain, and that was called as American War of Independence. Now it is almost 50 states or more than that, USA. But earlier you had only 13 colonies of Britain. And these 13 colonies, under the leadership of George Washington, fought a war with Britain. That is called as American Revolution, or it is also called as American War of Independence, where they were successful in defeating the British and it became United States of America. Is it clear? So regarding French Revolution we can discuss tomorrow. Read the lesson children, please. Okay, and I will be giving you the notes of hydrosphere also. Please write it down. Okay children, thank you.